We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, Maga Hive Mind. I hope you're all having a great day today. And with that, let's get into today's topic. You know, there's been a great deal of hypocrisy over the past decade where you've had so many people, right-wingers and MAGA politicians, accusing Democrats and leftists of being pedophiles and groomers, all this about tampons in the restroom, accusing, trans people of going after your daughters. Well, guess what happened last night? Last night, we had a Minnesota State Senator, Justin Eichorn, arrested for allegedly trying to solicit a minor for sex. Unfortunately, it turned out that minor just happened to be our undercover cop. So, this lawmaker is a Republican lawmaker out of the state of Minnesota who recently, just last week, introduced a bill to create some mental illness category for liberals assessed over Donald Trump. And it turns out it's these MAGA Republicans are the true people with some derangement syndrome. So Eichorn is one of 5 authors of this bill introduced last week that would classify Trump derangement syndrome as some mental illness. The derogatory terms is often used by Trump supporters to claim liberals who are obsessed with Donald Trump to point out anything mentally ill to try and detract Donald Trump's accusers, or Trump haters as they call them, as being nothing but Trump derangement syndrome. And I've had many people comment on my page saying I have TDS. I don't have TDS. You 6 supporters of his, you guys are the ones that have TDS. Whether you're showing off your derangement or whether it's your Trump denial syndrome, as I like to call it, trying to pretend like all these horrible stuff Donald Trump has done over the years didn't ever single frickin' happen. So Justin Eichorn here, he comes off as your classic MAGA Republican, as described on by the GOP, Minnesota GOP's website. Eichorn is a 40-year-old Minnesota State Republican who is currently married and has 4 children. Well, now he is going to be facing felony charges for soliciting a minor to practice prostitution. As someone quoted here in this article, a 40-year-old man, if you come to Orange Jumpsuit District looking to have sex with someone's child, you can expect that we are going to lock you up, Booker Hodges of Bloomington Police Department said in a statement. And I'm glad to see police officers in a former city that I once lived in, Bloomington, Minnesota. Beautiful city, by the way. I'm glad to see that they are keeping their streets safe. And it's not minorities, trans people that are making our streets dangerous. It's Republicans like Mr. Eichorn here being sexual predators on our children. And of course, this isn't the first time we've had a sexual predator from the GOP here in our state running loose and having sex trafficking minors. It was just a few years ago, back in 2021, we had a guy by the name of Anton Lazaro who was arrested for running a child sex ring in the state of Minnesota. And he had several others in the GOP, as well as a college student at University of St. Thomas, Gisela Castro Medina, her name was, where she would trick college students as well as high schoolers that were having tours at St. Thomas, lure them into Anton Lazaro's little sex ring. And it was Mr. Anton Lazaro in 2023 was sentenced to 21 years in prison for child sex trafficking. Personally, he should have been in a lot more. And of course, this is the same Anton Lazaro who's very good friends with a lot of people on the right. And I want to sit down and talk to each and every single one of these people. Why are you friends with this sexual pedophile? And of course, it was just last week we had another prominent Republican, a former spiritual advisor to Donald Trump, a man by the name of Robert Morris, Thomas, who runs a mega church in Texas, who was recently arrested and is facing charges for pedophilia and sexual misconduct. Like, seriously, why is it that so many people, so many good friends of Donald Trump, are all sexual pedophiles? And Trump supporters want to sit there and tell you that no, it's the Democrats that are pedophiles. It's the Democrats that are perverts. It's the Democrats that are going after your children. When every single time, as of these past several years, it's been prominent Republican after prominent Republican. Every single week, it's another Republican in the headlines here that gets arrested for child pedophilia. These people are sick. And you know, when they're going around accusing leftists and trans people, gay people, of being sexual predators with no evidence to back up its claims, you know deep down it's just projection.